Hey there, folks. In this video, I'm going to be building another app with Remy. This is a new way to build software with agents. And when you get to Remy, you can choose from a bunch of different types of apps that you can build. For you, it's basically like an I'm feeling lucky button. Or you can choose to type something in or speak into the mic, for example. If you use the backtick key on your keyboard, you can just speak into the mic. So my wife is studying for a certification. I'm going to build her a study app where I can upload a very long document, and based on that document, it will generate a bunch of different study materials, flashcards, quizzes, anything to kind of help her study and ace this certification. So let's go ahead and type in our prompt. Actually, I'm gonna use my voice and use the voice prompt here. I'd like to build an app where I can upload one or many documents to study for a certification. Based on the content in these long documents, I want you to create study materials, flashcards, quizzes, study guides, and anything else that you think would help someone study. We're not looking for a specific names and dates. We more want the study guide to be conceptual. So it is now sending the message over to Remy, and Remy is going to begin building our new app for us. So we're going to let it think. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, and along the way, I'll show you some highlights as it begins building our app. Okay, so the first section, every time you build a new app, you'll want to answer some questions. We'll go through each of these questions and make sure they get answered. So who is this for? Just for me or personal use? We'll say a product for anyone studying for certifications. What kind of certifications are we studying for? We'll upload our voice by using that same backtick key. These specific certifications don't matter as much. What we want to do is be able to upload some content and then be able to create different study materials based on that content. What kind of documents will we upload? We'll select all that apply. Maybe we'll upload some PDFs or slide decks or web pages, plain text, and let's go ahead and click next. Which study modes matter most? We'll select all that apply. We'll do flashcards, practice quizzes, study guides, key concepts map, and practice exam simulations. Do we want the app to track progress? We'll say light tracking is fine, just keep it simple. What vibe should the app have? It should be, maybe let's make it bold and energetic to make studying feel less boring. Where will you primarily use this? Will it be desktop or the phone or both equally? Let's go both equally and see what it generates. Anything else we want the app to do? Let's go ahead and not include any notes and click on the submit button. So now it has all the information that it needs. It's going to begin kicking off several different agents in order to create this app for us in just a few minutes. Again, I'm going to skip ahead and we will pause when there is something interesting on screen. You can see the first agent has been kicked off by Remy. Remy is the main agent and has access to a bunch of different other agents that it dispatches work to. So it's going to start kicking off a bunch of runs. We'll see this develop as it continues building the application for us. And I'll pause along the way and show you some interesting stuff as it continues to build. Okay, so it finished coming up with all of its design notes, and let's take a look at what it came up with. So it's got this very Forge-looking brand logo. It named the app Study Forge, and it has a bunch of different colors. I do like that color scheme. You can also see it chose some fonts for us, and it tells us why the pairing works. The core idea, it should feel like a high-performance creative tool, closer to Figma or Arc than to Quizlet or Chegg. Interesting. It's got some iconography, it's got some micro animation philosophies, gives us notes on the layout and UI architecture, and then has some critical implementation notes. And it's turning all of this into a document that's going to be used for the final spec of the project. Now it's going to also kick off some other agent runs. We'll see that in just a second, and then we'll approve the final spec and see what it creates. Okay, so you can see here that it has finished creating our spec. You can see it's called Study Forge. It's a tool that transforms uploaded documents into conceptual study materials. It's going to give us the full plan here, and there's a bunch of different documents that it's generated, a bunch of different specs that we have the ability to edit and modify as we go. And each of the specs has its own notes associated, like annotations associated with that spec. We've got the overview here. We've got the colors that are being used. We've got the typography that's being used, notes on the visual identity of the app and voice and terminology here, as well as notes on the web interface. And we can go in and edit all this stuff or make edits to the annotations. I'm just going to let it run, and I'm going to click on Build Now, and we'll see what it generates. It also comes up with like an overview and description in the chat as well, if you'd rather focus on the chat. So the whole concept is you can upload documents. It makes a bunch of stuff based on the analysis of those documents. So let's go ahead, and it also makes some assumptions that are good. Like we want email only auth, no SMS, streaks as the primary motivation mechanic, no collaboration, and then the create action on mobile is centered at the bottom of the app. Okay, great. We'll click on Build Now and see what it generates. And now that we've clicked on Build Now, you can see that it has started using some other agents, like this product roadmap agent, as well as this design agent one more time as it starts to complete a different process, right? In this case, the design agent's starting to make the open graph share image. And it's probably going to call the design agent a few more times as it continues to build out the app as needed. So it also invoked the architecture agent. So this is going to tell us how we should architect our app here. You can see that it takes in a bunch of these key decisions that we've made. It is thinking about how it wants to structure the entire project. And then the design agent's also running. So all these things are running in parallel, which is super cool and very efficient. Really quick, I just want to highlight what it made here. So look at the little flashcard flip. So this is a little preview of what it's creating, and you can click on it and it will flip it. You can say got it or review, flip it again. Super cool. Okay, so check this out. It is going through. Remy is doing this all on its own. I've got no hands on the computer. It's been taking screenshots. It is testing out things visually. Okay, so now you can see it creating an account, and it's going through and finding its magic link code. And then we can see that this is the empty state. So it's going to ask us to upload our first document. It's pretty cool. We can see it all coming to life right in front of our eyes. And all we have to do is let Remy build the thing for us. Okay, so it just finished generating. And you can see here that we have a preview, and we can view the preview of this on desktop, on mobile, and in full screen here. I'm going to go ahead and just start playing around with the preview, and if we want, we can always add a note. We can click somewhere and add a note, send it to the agent, but of course we won't need to do that. We can just click on Get Started. I'm going to go ahead and send my email in, and I will go ahead and test out creating an account on my own and see what happens. Here we go. We'll just copy that code here. And now we have successfully logged in. We can go ahead and try uploading our first document. Let's go ahead and click on that. We'll see it takes us to create our first collection. We're going to call this collection QME competency. And we can choose a color. I'm going to make mine orange. And we'll click on Create Collection. And now we can drag and drop files. So here, I'm going to go ahead and drag that first file in. That is our first PDF. So you can see it's uploading the file. We're going ahead and testing everything out. We're going to upload this file, and we're going to upload one more file just to test everything. So our document uploaded successfully. Let's go ahead and add our next document in. and it's going to get that second document in. And while this is uploading, this is all on the dev server, but we can see here that we have some other tabs. We have the full spec, right? So we can go back and forth between the spec. We still have the live preview here that we can interact with. And here's that initial spec. You can also see that there's a whole roadmap of other features that we can begin to build out. And this is what's so cool about this is you can include these other features, and then there's a bunch of other features that require you to build out the initial features first. So really good for expanding your project, sequencing things. And then you can also see that it built a database for us that includes users and collections. So you can see I have my QME competency collection here. Study materials that it created, and this is all from its own testing. That's why it's already populated. So that's super cool. It has a bunch of test scenarios that it's created, and then you can see all of the agents that ran. And let's go back to the preview and create our first study material. Let's go ahead and have it make some forge flashcards. Rather, we're going to forge some flashcards and see what it generates. And the flashcards were created successfully. Let's go ahead and open them. There we go. We have some flashcards. We can go through. We got it. There we go. This is like a whole flashcard set. It's got 23 different flashcards. We can also ask it to, add more or less flashcards if we want to, or we can add that feature in where it can have us ask how many flashcards we want to generate. And then we can study with this thing, and we can exit the flashcard thing, have it also generate a quiz or a study guide or a concept map. And so let's go ahead and publish this by clicking on the publish button. So you can see here it is beginning to publish. It's preparing a launch checklist where it's going through, creating a bunch of stuff. It's checking our recent commits to, because it's all running with Git behind the scenes. And of course you can see our code here. This is the entire code structure that it created completely for us. We didn't have to do any of this. We don't even have to look at that code structure if we don't want to. And here is the publish plan here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on publish here, and we will get our very own unique link where we can actually open this up and play with this in production. And I can't wait to share this with my wife. She's going to be so impressed. She's going to ace her certificate. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you're excited to play around with Remy. If you'd like to learn more or you'd like to see something built, please leave a comment in the comments section of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.